Let me guess. You're running on fumes. Your calendar is full. Your schedule is full. Your brain is full. And every time that you try to focus on yourself and try to get healthy and try to get fit, something happens and manages to pull you in 12 different directions. Does that sound familiar? You're just busy. But here's the truth. You don't need 12 hours a day to get strong, fit, and healthy. And in today's episode, I'm going to show you how you can actually live a healthy and fit lifestyle, even if and when you're busy. So if that sounds like you, it's going to be a good one. Grab your coffee and let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Everyone says they're busy. Everybody always says, I'm busy, I'm busy.
That's like the most generic word thrown around. Sorry, but I'm busy. You know what I like to say is, let me look at your phone. Let me see your screen time. Let me see how busy you are. Let me see how much time you're on IG, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, and whatever else apps are out there. No, you can find time. How much TV are you watching at night?
I mean, everybody's busy, and I don't doubt that you're busy.
Yeah.
You are busy, but I also feel like people think that it requires a lot of time to be healthy and fit when it doesn't, because a lot of times you're trading time. So you're not actually, it doesn't take you more time, but you're going to, maybe you're not going to spend that extra time driving around to your favorite fast food restaurants. Maybe you're going to swap things, right? Instead of eating that Frappuccino every morning, you're going to have a protein shake or whatever, right? It's a swap. It's not like because you're living a healthy lifestyle, you need extra time. No, you just need to know what to do with your time.
That's it.
Right?
What are you doing with your time?
What are you doing with your time? So we're going to get into it. I'm going to give you some practical tips, and I have a little announcement on this episode that's going to help as well. But before we do, make sure you subscribe to our show. This show we get kind of candid about everything midlife. We want to help you live your best life in midlife, because I think personally it could be the best years of your life.
100% agreed.
Right? You just really like...
You got to find yourself.
Yeah, you do. You can find yourself at that time. Maybe you haven't found yourself yet.
Yep.
You know? So now's the time to stop searching and get somewhere.
Yeah. And life's not over. It's just beginning.
We talk about that on this show a lot. So if that is subject matter that interests you, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified. Listen to us as well. We're not just here on YouTube. We're also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcast. Scan the QR code on the screen for all of the relevant links and for the sponsors of our show. We appreciate your support of our sponsors. And so let's go ahead and get into this topic. So you're not alone in this. It's actually one of the most common things I hear. I hear people say, I'm just so busy. I can't even think about that right now. I'm so busy.
Yep. I think people just, they put that in their head and then they attach that to their brain and they're like, that's just their go-to.
Yeah, they
do.
And
that's it. And they use that every time.
And that's why I've thought a lot about it, because I think, okay, if people keep telling me that, rather than me convincing them that it doesn't matter if you're busy, we could find time or whatever, how about I just create something that makes it more simple for them? There's more than one way to skin a cat. Isn't that what the saying is?
There's more than 1,000 ways to skin a cat.
It doesn't have to be all encompassing of your life. I think people believe that when they see people that are fit and healthy looking or whatever, that, that's their whole life. Like they don't do anything else.
They live in the gym. Oh, I just stay 8 hours a day all day long, do nothing else.
I don't like working. Well, I don't either. I don't spend a lot of time in the gym. I think people think it doesn't take more volume than like a ton of volume. It just takes consistency over time, but it's not a lot of time in each day.
And intention while you're working out.
Right.
And intensity.
You don't need more time. You just need a strategy.
That's it.
You need a strategy that's simple enough, effective enough, and doesn't take up a ton of time so that you can commit to doing it consistently. That's the answer. It's not what you think. I think a lot of people just think it's like all or nothing, right? They're either like gym rats or nothing at all. And it's really not the case. You really focus on the consistency part. What can you commit to doing every day? Don't sign up for something that's so crazy. That's why, like, the 75 hard, I'm not a fan.
No.
Because you can't commit. That's so temporary.
It is.
You can't do that.
Because once you do it, you get on your soapbox with your pom-poms like, yay, I did it. I completed it. Mm-hmm. It's so goddamn hard, like they say. Now what? They're like, well, back to my normal old self. Mm-hmm. So what did you do all that for then? Just to go back to your normal old self. It's not sustainable, you guys.
No.
All these gimmicky, fatty workouts, diets, they're not sustainable.
They're not. And there's been a lot of research lately on things, breaking things down to a micro level, how they are very effective. And so I've started to think about that.
Yeah.
And because to me, when you break anything down, when you break it up and break it down, suddenly it's a relief. Like, you don't feel so overwhelmed.
Yeah.
When you break something down.
True.
Right? So when you break down, like, if you have a car payment that's, say, $400 a month, instead of thinking about your $400 car payment, just think, okay, I just have to tuck away $100 a week. I got to tuck away $20 a day, 5 days a week. And that's going to get your car payment. You break everything down. I have to drink 100 ounces of water. Okay, well, if I break it down into, I'm going to fill up this 32-ounce water cup 3 times. You know, it's like I've always done this. I break everything down. And my tendency is to chop things up in 3. I always kind of like chop things up, like my water intake, my protein intake. You know, I always think like, okay, well, I want to get in 120 grams. Okay, I just need to divide that by 3. I've always done that, like divide by 3, and that's some more manageable.
It makes it less, what you call it, like you said, manageable, and not so big weight on your shoulders. Like, God, I got to hit 120 grams. That's a lot. Well, if you break it up into 3, like you said, 40, 40, 40, that's easy. That's very easy. It's very easy ways to get that in.
Yeah, and so I think about that. Think about, like, the power of the number 3. And if you can break something up, does it feel more manageable? So, for example, when everyone says, oh, go get your step goal, and they say these ridiculous number of steps that just, by the way, 10,000 steps, it's not necessary for everybody. It is actually it was a gimmick. It was a product that was being promoted at a time. And so now everyone gloms on to 10,000. There's benefits starting at any steps you take, really. But people then just got fixated on steps. And that's great, because if you can do 10,000 steps, wonderful. But to a lot of people, they think, oh, if I can't do 10,000, then I can't do this. Forget it. And that's the problem, right? So what if you break it up? What if you just do 3 walks a day, quick ones right after you eat?
20-minute walk. Say you do want to get an hour. Like, that's what your goal is a day, to get an hour walking time. That's the best way to do it. 20 minutes after breakfast, if you could manage, if you have time. 20 minutes after lunch, which most of you can do, especially if you have office job, sitting down, you can eat your lunch real quick and go walk. You've done it. That's how you. And after dinner, go with your dog, your spouse, your kids, go on a little walk. My sister walks with her daughter all the time every night. She's on this whole step goal too.
So if you just do these little walks, and the research has shown that you have an amazing benefit to a short walk after you eat a meal.
Yeah. Almost more amazing than getting the 10,000 steps a day.
Yes. Because of the blood sugar impact.
Yes.
And the
Don't spike the insulin.
The domino effect that has, right? So if you're bringing your blood sugar down and you're not having that spike right after your meal, that's going to be less likely that you're going to snack or continue to eat after you've completed a meal. And so that's going to have a domino effect into your total calorie intake. And there's a lot of benefits from it. And now you're not overwhelmed because you just took a little brisk little walk after you ate. You didn't even think twice. You want to check your emails on your phone or whatever, get on your walking pad, check your emails real quick. Boom, your walk is done. Get on the phone. That's a good time to call your mom, see how your mom's doing.
Yep.
Have a quick chit chat with, a check in with friends.
Your kids who left you, who are your empty nester.
And now what you've done, you haven't wasted time. You have. I know you're busy, but you just stacked 2 things at the same time. Don't just walk. Walk and do something else at the same time.
Yeah.
Walk and check your emails. Walk and check in on your friends. Connect with people. Watch a quick show. You could do other things. So for those of you who are busy,
catch up on our podcast.
do both. Do multiple things. Do something else that you have to do that day also. And now you've broken up the walk into like a little micro walk, and you've done other things. And guess what? You didn't run out of time.
No.
You got it all done.
That's true.
It doesn't have to be fancy. You know, think about how you can like break things up in order to accommodate them in your day, because it's a lot harder to find a big chunk of time in your day. It's a lot easier to find little pockets of time.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah. You know, and there's benefits, by the way, to if you can't finish a whole workout, do some of it, then do some of it. Like you can piece it together too. You have there's been a lot of benefits, a lot of research lately coming out about micro workouts are almost just as efficient and just as productive as regular full-blown workouts.
Yeah. Sometimes full-blown workouts, you overdo it. We tend to overtrain. I'm super guilty of that.
And if you're busy and you're tired already and you're stretched already, what's that going to do? You're not going to be consistent because you're going to burn yourself out, and then you're not going to work out for a week. Instead of doing little workouts more frequently, get the blood pumping in those muscles, get movement in, it's going to be more effective, because guess what? The most important way to live a healthy and fit lifestyle is to consistently be able to do these habits. Habits, hydration, movement.
You stack them, stacking habits. Before you know it, it becomes autopilot. You know, it's just like, think about it, you guys. You get up every day. What do most of us do? Go use the restroom, brush our teeth, throw some water in our face. It's like your brain already knows what to do. You don't have to tell it. You don't have a checklist in the morning. Like, okay, I got to do this. No, you kind of, your body just, you know what to do.
Stack healthy habits into things that you already do. Sandwich them. I call them like the habit sandwich.
Yeah.
You know, if I already have two things I already do all the time, and then I have something I don't really wanted, or that I already do that I kind of enjoy doing, and they're already solid habits, and there's something I don't really like doing, I sandwich it in between.
And the brain, listen, you guys, the brain is crazy. Like, for example, we moved. You said, I'm going to get this little bowl. We're going to throw our keys in there. Because where we used to live, we used to hang them. And then before you know it, you're just automatic on autopilot. If your keys aren't there, you're like, oh shit, I must have misplaced them, put them somewhere, because you automatically know.
That's so.
And you start doing things, like you just have these habits, you don't realize it. Your brain's on autopilot. You don't realize you're doing those things, but your brain's doing it for you.
Yeah. You kind of like, so you have to decide, I'm going to create this habit. And at first you're going to mess up. How many times did we bring the keys up instead of putting them in the bowl?
Yeah.
Like, shoot. But what do? I see my keys on the counter. Nope, they got to go in the bowl.
Got to walk down,
hey,
put them
babe,
in the bowl.
The keys are over there. You didn't put them in the bowl.
Got to walk down.
Gonna go put them in the bowl.
More steps. Oh my God, I have to walk down the stairs.
But guess what's happening? I don't see the keys laying around in as much anymore. Now, in fact, I'll think, oh shoot, where are my keys? I'll look, I'm like, oh shoot, they're in the bowl. I didn't even remember putting them in the bowl.
See, there's a lot of things.
That is what happens with consistency and repetition. That's what you have to do with your walks, with how you decide what you're going to eat. You create these like routines, quick ones, not long ones, the quick 3 15-minute walks, drinking your 30-ounce water jug, filling it up 3 times a day, just like doing these little quick things repeatedly over time, and they will become second nature.
Second nature.
They really will. And then guess what? Suddenly you're dropping pounds, getting fit, getting stronger, more energy, feeling better, sleeping better. Because these things that you're doing on a micro level consistently every day over time is improving so many things in your life.
Yep.
So many things. And it doesn't have to take a lot of time.
Nope.
It really doesn't.
Before you walked, you had to crawl. And once you learn how to walk, then you learn how to run. And once you learn how to run, then you learn how to jump. Then, mommy, I want a bike. Okay, well, let's put some training wheels to teach you. Before you know it, your brain did it so many times that let's take the training wheels off. I know how to ride this bike. Oh, I'm 16, mom and dad. I want a license and I want a car. Okay, well, I have to train you to do that. Here we are. I started driving at 14. I'm 50. It's autopilot, literally. You know, like it's habits. You know, it just does. Your brain is smart. It's a computer. And
things like because you know why I like the number 3 is because it's little. It's not a lot, right? Oh, I have 3 things to do before I go to the office. I have 3. I just got to check off do these 3 things real quick. It seems manageable. That's why I like 3. I started to really think about this because I've just been thinking about what the roadblock is for so many people that I talk to that just say, I'm just too busy. I can't focus on that right now. And they get like flustered. Anyone can do 3 things, can do something 3 times. You know, like, so I started to think about that as I put together kind of like this new program that I'm actually going to talk about here soon. But even your morning, right? A morning routine. If you practice first thing in the morning, writing down 3 things that you're grateful for. 3 things that you're grateful for. That you can think of 3 things that you're grateful for. You could start your day off with gratitude and start off your day right on the right foot right off the bat. That's another quick little thing that you can do.
Facts.
You know, you can do it while your coffee's brewing. While my coffee's brewing, I'm going to sit here and write down 3 things that I'm grateful for today.
And those 3 things that you're grateful for, somebody wishes they were in your shoes. Mm-hmm. The things you're writing down, like, I wish I had what that person has. Mm-hmm. Might not be much, but you got to remember, there's always people who have less than you.
I also like to think about keeping nutrition really simple. What have we told clients many times? What are your 3 favorite dinners? What are your 3 favorite lunches? Just rotate those.
Rotate them.
Until you're sick of them.
I said breakfast, lunch, dinner. I'm going to give you guys a quick little free game tip here. Make it simple. Pick 3 things you like. Favorite, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't want to track macros, Coach Janine and Mike. I hate it. Overwhelming. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Let's just say your calories are 1,500 intake. Mm-hmm. Figure out each meal. If each meal is 500 calories, and say your protein intake's 120 like her, so that's about her macros and calories. Macronutrients, by the way, is what macros stand for. You figure out, okay, each meal is about 400 calories, and I get 40 grams of protein. Perfect. Now you just took in 1,200. 4 times 3, 1,200. Now you have room for a snack. If you want a little popcorn, a little piece of chocolate, there you go. It's just a numbers game. Mm-hmm. Make it simple. And then you repeat that. And then you're bored of those 3, pick another 3 and keep repeating the cycle.
Or you can plug and play anytime. It's like, okay, I have 3 meals.
Yeah, you don't have to do the same thing all the time. As long as you know the macros are all the 3, then.
I have 3 meals. So say like I have 3 meals that I like a burger and fries. I like the Mega Fit pizza. I like, my Mediterranean salad. And it's like every day, if you're someone who gets tired of something, like, what do I want to eat today? Okay, I'm going to have the Mediterranean salad. I'm going to have the Mega Fit pizza. I don't have to do any recalculating. I just simply eat that instead. Or you're out and about and you don't have access to any of your meals and you need to eat a meal. Well, you try to keep your meals around the same size. So wherever you go, wherever you order, whatever you're doing, if your meals are generally like 600 calories, well, eat a meal that's around 600 calories.
Yeah.
Find one. Oh, you can't find one because it's 1,200? Eat half of it. Don't eat it all. No. There's your 600. It's not that hard.
Split it with someone.
Yeah. It's not that hard. So try to simplify it. But it's up to you to do that, though. If you want to make something hard, you're going to make it hard. And you want to make it hard because you want to be difficult. Don't you? We all get like that sometimes, right? We're in a really bad mood. And we just don't want to do something, we make it difficult.
We do.
We just make it difficult. Well, then bring it to me then, and then I'll do it. Or, we make it difficult because we already don't want to do it because we're in a bad mood. If you want to make it work, you can make it work. You can. You can fit in your workouts. It doesn't have to be super extravagant or extreme.
And it should be even easier in 2025. We have access to everything these days. There's nothing you're really restricted from.
Yeah, and you can even think about it like scheduling like quick little blocks that you can, like, don't waste time, right? So like if you have time between a meeting. So like listen, I'm from the corporate world. Say you're on your calendar, you have a meeting from like 1 to 1:45, and then your next meeting doesn't start until 2 o'clock. What are you going to do for that 15 minutes? Nothing. Or you could get on the walking pad. You can go out for a quick walk around the building.
Yep. You could do that.
You know what I mean?
You're so right.
So utilize those weird in-between pockets of time. The reason why people don't utilize them is they don't think, what's this going to do? It does a lot. And that's why I want you to listen to this episode. It does a lot. Those micro little, think about this. If you had 4 15-minute gaps between meetings.
I was just about to say,
in
read my brain.
Very busy day, like, I have meetings all day, but you had 4 15-minute gaps, you just got an hour walk on one of the busiest work days. And you don't even think about it because guess what? On that walk, you're making a call to your coworker. Hey, can you email me that spreadsheet? You're getting stuff done, but you're also walking. And now you're a fit, healthy, busy person, and you're still fit and healthy because you're going to learn to consistently do that. You're going to find these little pockets of time because now you know, because you listened to this episode, so I don't have to go put my sneakers on and my Lululemons and get all geared up.
No.
You mean I can just go outside and walk in my kitten heels for 15 minutes? Yeah, you can.
Yes, you can. There's no rules you can't.
No, you absolutely can.
You don't have to be dressed up in your fitness gear.
It doesn't have to be a thing. Even your workouts, you guys. And in fact, speaking of workouts, they can be quick too. So we're actually releasing a program, and if you're interested in the program, you can scan the QR code up on the screen. It's called the Thrive in 3. It is the Thrive in 3 program, and it is made for people who feel like they want to live a fit and healthy lifestyle, but they don't have time, and they don't want to make it their whole life's personality, and they just want to get in and get it done. And the program is built on, we have easy workouts to follow that are quick. You can break them up. You can do it from home or gym. Anybody can do this program. And we're going to be, as a teaser of what's coming up in my offerings to you guys, is I'm going to be doing a lot of these types of different micro programs and easy to follow style where even if you're busy, you can live a fit and healthy lifestyle without it being like, oh, now I'm a macro tracker. And it's not about tracking macros. It's not about long periods of time in the gym. It's not about doing, a lot of extravagant things. It is about fitting fitness into those little small pockets of time in your life. And if you do it consistently enough, you're going to get amazing results from that just by a few little switch ups. So if you're interested in that, scan the QR code on the screen for more information and start thriving in 3 for sure.
Just like what I like to say, chip away at it. Chip. You chip away at it, for sure, you get results. But you got to stay consistent. That's the main thing. Get on that consistent train.
Yeah, it's basically like simple habits, proven tools, and like a plan that actually can fit into a busy life.
Yeah.
Because I've been there too, where I worked an 8 to 5. I commuted. I had little kids and all the extracurriculars. I had to fit it in to the nooks and crannies, and there weren't a lot of nooks and crannies. Yeah. And this is before social media. I didn't spend there wasn't a give me your phone. I didn't have a phone. I had no activity on my phone, but I was busy.
You didn't have an Apple Watch to track your steps.
No. So you guys, you can do it. I promise you, this is real simple and it's affordable. And what I love about this program and what I wanted to do something in these little programs that I'm going to be releasing that are for those people like you want to buy it, but you don't want to be like obligated to I don't want to put it on my calendar, the calls I got to join, or, I don't want to have to do all these things, track this and all, just a million steps. Because you're too busy. That's the point. And you want to be able to look, I'm going to buy it now, and you might put it away for a while. Guess what? You have lifetime access to it. You have it forever. Exactly. It's yours forever. So if you can do it for a while, something happens in your life, you get off track, you go on vacation, whatever, it's going to be there when you come back to it.
Yep.
And you can come back to it 50 times before it finally sticks and you can stay consistent with it. But what I do promise you is that if you stick with it and it's easy and simple and fits in the nooks and crannies of your life, you're going to be a healthy, fit person because you don't need hours and hours of time.
No, you don't.
So I'd love for you guys to try it out and let me know what you think. But on the next episode, now that you're getting it together and you guys are fitting all of this new fit little tricks up your sleeve to be fit and healthy, what about your partner? On the next episode, we're going to talk about tactics and ways to get your partner on board too, because there's nothing better than when you're both on that same wavelength, on that same vibe together. And it's not always easy to do, but we're going to go over some ways that might make it easier. So it's going to be a good one. I'll see you guys on the next episode.